Welcome back to the channel. This is Waga. As always, like the video, leave a comment in the comment section, and you can start the repository on GitHub. We're going to continue building our app. To the right, we have the finished app. Yeah, we have the finished app to the right, and we have the we're going to continue, and we're going to start working on the messages pages, and we're going to work on that on just this. First, we're going to work on just this page, which will list our messages from the various people, and then later on we will get into the actual messages themselves, like so. Yeah, so what we're going to do first, I remember last time I didn't we tested the app, but we didn't look at the backend, right? So we could go to Firebase, and we click on our project, and first we could go to authentication, and in authentication we will see everyone who has logged in. This is test, this is password, and this is test one, the ones that we created in the last video. And after that we come to our database, and in our database we will have the various collection, and you see the users. We have a user collection, and each user, if we can come back to authentication, and you note the UID is 93WSH, NJ, and PH0. So if we come back here, we find that the name of the document is the UID, right? 93NJPHO. And for example, if we click on this, we come here and we find their details. First is a male, female, this is their location, their name is test, this is the link to the Firebase storage here where the image is, and this is their UID. And in their chosen list you find the UID of the person they have chosen, and in the matched list you have the people they have matched with. Both of them have clicked on that they like each other, and if you come here you'll find a link to, I'm guessing, their name and their photo URL. Here it is, like so. And if we can go back to users, and if we click on another user, same thing. We have a chosen list, the people they have chosen, and this is the lady, I believe, that we created, called Password. Was she called Password? Yeah, the name was Password. And here are the two people who chose, who have chosen her, and in her matched list there's only the one person she chose here, and the name is test, and this is their photo URL. Note that she doesn't have anyone in her selected list because she passed on one, and when you pass you delete them, and she selected one, and when you select you remove them and put them in the matched list. And here we come to the third person, the chosen list. There is a link to the person they have chosen, that is Password, right? But unfortunately Password has not chosen him, so that's the end of that conversation. And here are the details: male looking for female, and of course if we come here we'll get a female looking for male. So basically that is our backend. And of course we should also look at storage. The images are stored according to the user photos. They'll be stored according to the UID. So right, so we come here, we find that the document is actually we store it using the UID as the name of the folder. And if you go inside you find that the name of the picture is also the UID, like so. So we store them according to the name of the UID, like so. Because it's a one-off, the pictures, remember, we're only storing it as a one-off. So instead of having, we could maybe use the path, we could use UID, which is to create unique identifiers, but we're going to set the picture once and you can't change it. Like I didn't put in a mechanism where you can change the picture if you want. So basically I thought that having this UID is going to be adequate because you're going to have another picture. Of course this is a very big picture, and you should ideally, if you're going into production, you should compress the images. Yeah, right. So the next thing to do, I believe, now that we've gone through this, the next thing to do is build the model for the various messages that we're going to use, and that's what we're going to do. First, on this page you're able to click on the message and go to the various messages, go to the message thread or the chat thread, and you also could, if you hold here, you could choose to delete, and you could say no, in which case it won't be deleted, or yes if you want to delete it. So basically that's all this screen does. It just lists the messages, and you can click on them, and you could click on them, or you could delete them if you don't want to communicate or continue the communication. So first things first, we need to create the model for the messages, and that's what we're going to do. And for that, we come to the, let's just close them and open them again. Let's close everything, close all, like so, and we come to the lib folder, and we come to the models, like so, and here we right click and we create new that file. This is going to be called messages, like so, and we hit enter, and that is going to be our messages. So we're going to start working from here. Okay, let us continue. And first things first, we are going to make this more in line with the user model. So we could come here and refactor, let's call it message instead of messages, and we can hit rename, and we can come here and we could type message and hit refactor, give it a second, and it's going to refactor for us, like so, and we continue from there. So let's continue, and we're just going to create a class here called message, like so, and it's going to have a few fields or variables. We could say string. We could just declare the strings in one line, right? And the string is the first one is going to be sender name, like so, and the next one is going to be sender ID, like so. The other one is going to be selected user ID, like so. The other one is going to be text and the photo URL. So we could say text. So we're basic. What we're doing here is we're declaring multiple fields on the same line to save us having to type string. We could do that, but let's do it like this. That is also a correct way, but this one saves on time and effort. And after that, we're going to say photo URL, like so, and yeah, and these are going to be the strings. So we could save that, and after that, we're going to have a photo, which is going to be of type, where you can send a photo. As you can see, when you click here, we have a few photos back and forth. Both of them have sent photos, and it's going to be of type file, and we're going to say photo, like so. And we need to bring in something to take care of this, and we're going to import dat.io, like so. And after that, we need timestamp, and we will need to import something to deal with it. So we could say timestamp, which is from our Cloud Firestore, and this is going to be the timestamp of the message sending, like so. And after that, we could come here and we could hit Command N to create a constructor, and we could select all of them, like so, and we can make them named. We can come here and do this, and come here and do this, and hit save, and basically that is our messages. Our messages are going to have the sender name, the sender ID, the selected user ID, the text that you're sending along, the photo URL, the photo, and the timestamp. And the photo URL doesn't always have to have something. It can be empty, the photo URL, and also the text. You could just send along, like here, for example. If we come here, you can see that they have sent along just a picture, and remember, these pictures are being cached locally. We've just sent along a picture in this case, and here I've just sent along a text. So it is not required that the photo URL and the text be always included, right? So basically that's that, and that is our message model. And now it's time to move on to our message repository. First, we can close the message, and we can come here and we can close the lib folder. And now it's time for the repositories. So we could come here and we go to the repositories folder. We can right click and create a new Dart file. The new Dart file is going to be message. Okay, this is matches, this is search, and this is user, not searches. Should be match repository. Okay, let's just, we'll refactor later. Okay, yeah, so let's just call this message repository. Message repository, like so, and we hit enter and we get into the message repository. And of course, first things first is we could have, it's going to be a class, and we can call it message repository, like so. And yeah, and afterwards you could come to the user repository. No, the user has a dependency on Firebase, Auth, and Firestore. Let's come to the search, and we can borrow this exact code. It knows the code we want to copy, and come here. I think we did it when we were making the matches, so basically that's where we left it off. And we can copy this. This just basically tells it that let's import Firestore first so it stops complaining. And we're going to make this message repository, like so. And we have the message repository, like so. And yeah, and we have the message repository, like so. And this one just basically tells it that I think I've explained this before. Basically, what we're doing here is that we're injecting the Firestore into the message repository, and then we instantiate it internally so that it helps with making mock instances, particularly when you're doing with when you're working with tests. And of course, this repository will have a dependency on the Firestore, and we therefore need to create a variable here, or a field. We could say final final of type Firestore, and Firestore, like so. Let's put an underscore here and put a semicolon. This is that after all, like so. So yeah, we're going to do that, and after that we can start working on the various methods. The first one is going to be get chats. So the first one is going to be get chats, like so. It's going to return a stream of query snapshot, like so, and get chats, and we could call it get messages, right? Okay, let's just call it get chats. Get chats is fine. We could come here and we could pass in the user ID. It returns, it takes in the user ID, like so, and it's going to return Firestore, and we're going to go into our favorite collection, which is the users collection, and in there we're going to get a document with the user ID, which has just been passed in, and in there we're going to reach to a collection which is going to be called chats, like so, and we're going to order by according to timestamps. And this is going to be in descending order, so we could say descending true. So basically we want the earliest first. We want the earliest messages, and then we're just going to return the snapshot, what it looks like at that specific moment. So basically what we're doing here is we're getting the chats, we're reaching into the user collection, and in there we're going to have documents according to the user's ID, and in there we'll have among the various collections in that document, like the people they're matched with and things like that, we're going to have chats, and in the chats we're going to return them according to the earliest first. So that is basically the get chats. Yeah, that's basically it. The next thing we're going to have, the next method is going to be the delete, the one that deletes the chat, and for that we could say delete chat, capitalize that, and it's going to take the current user ID and the selected user ID, and we say current user ID and the selected user ID, and of course it's going to be async, it's going to be asynchronous, so we type async, it's not a stream, right? And after that we're going to return Firestore collection users and pass the user ID and reach into charts. No, we're going to go into the users collection, get a document with the current user ID, and reach into the collection charts, and in the charts get a document with the selected user ID and delete it. So basically we could just say Firestore, and we reach into the collection, and the path is, or rather what the collection is called username, and in it we'll have a document with the current user ID, and in that we'll have a collection with the name chats, and in it we will get a document with the selected user ID, and in it we are going to have we're just going to delete that, so like so we're going to reach into the username, or rather user, not you. Why am I typing username? Where did username come from? User, like so. Okay, so we're reaching into the, not user, users. Let me make sure I pluralize it. Users, we're reaching into the users, and we're going into a document with the current user ID, and in it we'll find a collection called chats, and there we're going to find a document with the selected user ID, and what we're just going to do is delete it. So, and we can say this is going to resolve as a future, so we could say this is a future, and we could get user detail. Next, after this we could work on the get user detail, and after that we're going to get the get user details, and we're going to say get user detail. It's just going to bring back details about the user, and it's going to take a user ID, like so. It's going to be an async method, and it's going to resolve as a future, which will return a user, like so. Have we imported the user from the model? I don't think we have, so we can just get the user from the models, give ourselves a bit more real estate, and continue from there. And first we could say we could have a new instance of user. We could say equals user, like so, and this is going, oh wait, and this is going to be user, like so, and then we're going to come down here, and we're going to await. I forgot to include here, this is async, right? So in the Firestore I forgot to say, instead of return, I forgot to say await, like so. So in the delete chat it's supposed to be async await. I just saw this await and I remembered. Okay, await, we're going to hit the Firestore collection, Firestore, and we're going to say collection. The collection we're going to look at is of course our favorite users, and afterwards we're going to get a document, and the document is going to have take the user ID that we pass in, and we're going to get, and then after that, then we're going to take the user, and what we're going to set is the user dot UID is going to be the user dot document ID, like so, and we could just hit command. No, it's not going to be the same. That's not command digit. So we say after that it's going to be user dot name. This is going to be the user name, like so. And of course, you know this. I'm sure you objects, or what are they called? Maps. Maps are known to you, so you can follow simply what you're doing. And the user dot this is from the model, remember. So after that is photo, and this is going to be the user photo URL, like so. We could say photo URL, like so. Put that semicolon there, and after that we're going to have the age, so we could say user dot age, like so, and this is going to be user, and that's going to be the age, like so, and we could hit command D, and after age we're going to have location, and the location is going to be user dot location, like so, and we can hit command D. After location we're going to be handling gender, let me spell it correctly. Gender is going to be user, and we pass in the gender, like so, and we can hit command D. After gender we're going to have interested in, like so, and this is going to be the interested in, the opposite gender, or whatever you're looking for. If it's man looking for man, male looking for male, female looking for female, female looking for male, male looking for male, male looking for female, transgender looking for either, or transgender looking for transgender. So basically, yeah, I just sipped on my coffee. Okay, we can put a semicolon here, and afterwards we just return. We return the user, like so. Yeah, that's the get user detail. Next is we are going to get the last message. Yeah, as you can see, we have a preview here, a short preview here, and that's what we're going to work on. We're going to get something, the last message. So we could say get last message, like so, and this one is going to resolve to a future of type message. I'm not sure if we have brought that in. Let's bring it in. I think from the models, yes, like so, and this one is going to take the current user ID and the selected user ID. So you can say current user ID, like so, and selected user ID, like so, and this is going to be an async method, like so, and we're going to give it a bit of space. We could after that create an instance of the message, so we could say message, like so, message, which is going to be message, like so, put a semicolon, and we give that a bit more information. We say this is going to be message, like so, and then we come down, and since this is async, we await Firestore, and in Firestore we go for our favorite collection, which is going to be users, like so, and in it we get a document with the we get a document with the document is going to have the current user ID, and that is going to have a collection in it called charts. The collection is going to be called charts, like so. And and this is going to have a document in it. We just copy this line. We're going to have a document here with the selected user ID. Come here and do this. Selected user ID. Could say selected user ID, and after that we're going to hit selected user ID, and we're going to get a collection there, which is going to be messages, like so. And this is going to be, we're going to order them, by the field we're going to consider is the timestamps, of course. Timestamp. We're going to order them by timestamp, and we're going to say descending is set to true, like so. And after that we're going to get the snapshots to get the condition as they are, and then we're going to come here and say let's just type dot first dot, let's just type dot then, and then we're going to take that document, say doc and async. We're going to wait on it. You can put a semicolon here, and we can come back up here and say we're going to await, and we come to Firestore, and in Firestore we're going to reach over for a collection, and the collection is going to be called messages, and that in it we're going to get a document, and we could say document ID, and then we're going to say get, we're going to get it, and after that we can say dot then, and dot then we're going to take a message, the message, and we're going to say, basically do what we did up there, message dot text is going to be message and text, like so. And after that we can press Command D. Message dot photo URL is going to be message photo URL, like so. And message dot timestamp, we could say message dot timestamp, and this is going to be message and the person the timestamp, like so. Yeah, and after all that, of course, we put a semicolon here. That's now. We put a semicolon here. We just want to return. We want to return the message, like so, and we could save. Basically that. So what document dot first? It just returns the first document. Basically, that's what it does. Yeah. And I think we have sorted out all our methods. We've got get charts. Yes, we have delete chat, get user detail, and get last message, like so. So we have basically done our model and our repository, and now we can move on to the block. I'm going to cut things off here. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment if you have a question or comment. Like the video and star the repository on GitHub. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.